Hi and welcome back to Warframe. Today we're going to build the dual Skana here. Now this is a dual wielding version of the sword you start with. I was actually going through, I accidentally set this off when building the dual heat sword. So I'm recording this now in case anybody actually notices that my little cock up happened there. Because during that video, if you actually look, you can see I scrolled down a bit too far and you can see there's something else building in the video. I tried my hardest to try and scroll and hide it, but I didn't succeed that well. So I thought I'd build these just to level them up because, to be honest, I never really did use the main sword, which is this one. That I am also rebuilding, which I won't do a video on because what's the point? Everybody starts the game with this sword. The only reason to build it is in case, like I did, a salt mine, so I could build other stuff. I think it was about level 17 when I did that. But to rebuild it is expensive because it's cost 500 plastides, 1100 alloy plates, 3 morphics. They're basically punishing you for selling that one. But I thought, we'll build this one, see what it's like. It's not that much, it's 2 morphics, 300 polymer bundles, 850 ferrite, 300 alloy plates. It's going to cost a total of 45,000 for the blueprint and building it. It takes 12 hours, but it shares exactly the same stats as the single sword. So what I'll do is, if enough people notice, I will go in and claim it, because I'm not going to claim this straight away. Because I've got the dual swords and I've got the single version of this to play with, and I'm going to play with that one before I actually claim these anyway, so I can see if there's much of a difference. But as I say, it's not that expensive and it is really easy to do this early on in the game. And there's the dual Skana. Done. Arsenal. That's them equipped. It's just a standard sword, but instead of it going sideways across your back, it goes straight down, and there's a second one. 25 damage though. Not really that much, is it? They don't look anything special and they have no polarity slot at all. So these are going to be a bit weird to play with, to be honest. Well, these things have actually been a lot more fun than I would like to admit. I've been going to Mercury and you'll notice I've got the Lato in my hand. I've had to rebuild it, I've had to buy it because it was 10,000 credits. Because I salt mine. Mainly so I could have the dual wielding ones, because the dual wielding ones were the first thing I bought. They actually predated the melee upgrades, and I can't figure out why I sold it, because it's doing really well, and I'd potatoed the damn thing. So this Lato is not. Oh, hang on, go away please. This Lato isn't potatoed, unfortunately. But it's still nice, just go on to Mercury and this. If there's like normal people playing, new players, people who don't know what the hell they're doing, you just help them out and ignore them. But then sometimes you go on the survival mission, is a prime example, and you've got people there, they're farming keys. So I've got into a really bad habit at the minute. I'm going in with Excalibur and it's, oh, what do we do here? How do we play this? And then 5 minutes it's like, oh, let's all go to the exit, and they're all screaming at us, no, don't do that, we're trying to get the keys. And I can't understand how people haven't realised, even if you just press escape, comes up with the players in the game, it actually tells you players' mastery levels in there. Like if you press the Z key or Z, or depends on your accent, you can see it's mastery level 11, it says in the bottom left, because I'm mastery level 11. You can see all players' mastery levels in there, and mastery level 12s not realising they can do that does seem a bit weird for me. It's like, you've got to have played with Trinity, and I learned it when I built Trinity. Somebody said, well, if you press that key, it'll come up and you can actually see players' health and all the rest of it. I've just been having so much fun with these weapons, it's ridiculous. They do need a lot more damage on. I've taken fire rate off like I did with the dual swords, the dual heat swords, just to show you the base fire rate, which isn't that impressive. But it's just been fun because people just look at your character and instantly they just think you're a complete noob. I actually had somebody on a Xeni defense. I went there, just leveling it up, trying to get them exterminate keys because I've got none. So I went in there, thought we'll do some waves in there. Didn't bother changing any of the weapons because my Bratton, that looks like a Mark 1 Bratton, hasn't. The serration mod is all but one slot from being maxed. So that was on there. And that's literally the only thing I had on there, apart from the ammo manipulator. Which means my rifle doesn't run out of ammo. Which is if I avoid that ammo. Ah, there we go. If I reload standing on this, it'll come up across the bottom and say converted sniper ammo to... It's not going to come... There it is. Converted sniper ammo to rifle ammo. So that mod's also in that one, and I didn't realise I was even doing it, and they were like, oh, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. Please leave. It was so much fun. And I didn't even go in there purposely to do that. But they don't seem to realise you can see other players' mastery levels in-game. But it's amazing how many people do actually know that. So it's been an unconsidered? No. Unforeseen side effect of this weapon. But it's actually been really fun leveling these up, even though they don't do a lot of damage. They are still a lot of fun to use. You stick the fire rate mod on there, they become really a lot quicker than I was expecting them to be. But it's just so much fun watching other people because they think you're a complete noob. So it is fun to build them just for that. Build them, go to the survival, and just ask people what do we do in this game mode. They'll all start yelling at you for not knowing what you're doing and call you noob, and it's just funny to see them do that because you know they can see your mastery level. Ah no, there's no. They really need to put a console to open that up down here because there isn't one. But we'll leave that off here for now. As I say, few mods into this, it is actually a good weapon. But just the unforeseen side effect of people thinking you're a noob makes it so much fun to use. I think mine's about a 16 or a 17 at the minute. I do need to upgrade it a little bit more. The base damage is lacking a lot because the mod's in there, I just haven't upgraded it yet. Hence the reason I'm having issues killing some of these people with the shields. But they can do things like that and they just die. But yeah, really, really fun weapon. Even if you've like already mastery 10 and you've got everything built apart from this, it's still worth it because it's still so much fun to see people's response. Oh, what are you using that for? Oh, you what a noob. And it is just all in the name of fun. As long as you remember to upgrade it before you do go to some of the harder missions. I did try and do an alert with him. Changed everything apart from the melee weapon, thinking, oh, I'll get some nice experience on it. Ran out of ammo and ended up trying to use these to kill some boss, and it took quite a while. But we'll leave that off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.